In today's video, we look back on an entire year and we picked out one product, the product of the year. Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the compound. This is JReuthGaming. We had ourselves an amazing year. Thanks to you. Appreciate all the support. It's been awesome. So one of the questions we come across, whether it's at our local card shows, here on YouTube, on our other social media platforms, what product to open, what do you skip, and we do reviews throughout the year. So the one thing that I want to do at the end of the year is a product of the year. Now, before I go any further, none of this financial advice. This is just my random opinions. What I did was I broke it down to three categories, just brand-wise alone, okay? Price of graded cards, okay? And three, the price of the box compared to like the content in the box. That makes sense. And I'm like, camera a little bit lag there a little bit. But I'm excited. Now, before I go any further, do you have a thought in mind? Comment below what you think it might be. It is a retail product, and I will say it is for the NFL. NFL is just the dominating sport, whether it's TV or any other type of gaming, Madden compared to 2K. In the card collecting gaming world, it's also dominant. It just is. So, nonetheless, the product of the year is an NFL product. We have reviewed it before. Now, I have done products from single cello packs all the way up to first off the line hobby boxes, okay? In my opinion, the product of the year is going to be a retail box. And I'm excited because for next year's, I think I'm gonna go a little bit harder than I did this previous year. Now, this product is something that I just find myself buying over and over and over again. We have Rip and Ship Night here on Friday nights live. You can find products at JReuthGaming.com, and you will see myself ripping probably one of these, not every single week, but you find myself ripping these just for the PC for the chance of hitting some of the cards we're going to talk about coming up. So, drum roll, please! The product of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, now, don't give me a thumbs down when you see it, or a thumbs up yet. Let me explain my reasoning. I want no eye rolling either, people. Product of the year that we have selected here. Donruss football. Not Prism, not Select, not anything else. Donruss football. The blaster version. Let me explain why. Okay, now I will say, as far as experience level here as a collector, I do my best to educate from rookie, base rookie, first getting into it, and do my best to educate people that are, listen, I have more knowledge than I do. I do my best to entertain and have fun with it. This is a product that I see all people, no matter what level they're at, interested in this product. You have serious collectors looking at this. You have people that just care about just straight up football cards caring about this. A lot of different reasons. The first reason, I have three of these, by the way. We're gonna rip open three of them, hunting for some cards. We have our lucky Charizard pin here with us to give us some luck and helping us rip the box open. Let's just talk about brand-wise. Brand-wise alone. There is 5 top brands when you talk about retail product, even hobby too. There's only a few hobby boxes that are like just standalone, like National Treasures, iMac, right? Those are like standalone sets. They really are. Most of the hobby talk about Prism, Optic, Select, Mosaic, and Donruss. Donruss, out of the top 5, typically lands as a whole the 5th. Okay, so in my opinion, if you're collecting cards, you're really going for those top 5 brands. Everything else is fun, it's collectible, but it's nothing like too crazy, right? If I see Donruss, especially these blasters, I'm not leaving one on the shelf. I'm sorry, I'm not. For many reasons we're going to talk about throughout here. Now, 88 cards in here. I'm not going to go through every single little detail. I'm going to talk about some of the big stuff on why it won us Product of the Year. Guys, listen, we have ripped open cases of product. Whether it's box breaks here, reviews, hunting for cards, there's been plenty of times I rip open Prism and I leave super disappointed. Prism might have the most expensive base cards. That's it. They got nothing else. No fancy, no number cards, nothing. Optic, Select, Mosaic, they all have some good, but they also have a lot of bad. Donruss is just straight across the board good. Now, top 5, yes, great. Donruss does lead in the top 5. Prices, though. We do a lot of trade shows. Let me tell you something. Prices of graded cards. The top 3 brands for graded cards. PSA 10 base cards. Let's get to a base rookie card. Okay, I want to get to a base rookie card first. Before I go any further. Brett Favre. Here we go. Base rookie card. A base rookie card. Rated rookie. This is going to be Donruss. PSA 10. Now, obviously, Penny's... he's great! No one's really graded him, though. We get the point. Rated rookies, right? Out of the top 3 of Prism, Optic, and then Donruss for the base rookie, Donruss is 3. Over Select, over Mosaic. And that's just the base, right? So like when you're ripping Select and Mosaic, you need the fancy. You need the parallels, you need the color matches, you need the case hits, you need the low numbered cards. Those are really difficult to get. We've ripped open first off the line hobby boxes, nothing. Every retail product, those brands you can imagine, nothing. Base cards, it's where it's at most times. If you could at least have a high floor, product's good. So, this is great. This is perfect. We do trade shows. And what I love about Donruss graded cards, they're not super expensive. Even the top player, PSA 10, look up prices. They're not insane, which I like, because not everyone has deep pockets. Not everyone could go and buy a PSA 10 Prism card. They just can't, which is fine. Donruss, though, a little bit more open to everyone, which is great, because a lot of people just want to collect cards, players who they like, or they, just who they collect, which is cool. Now, red proof, which is cool, you're gonna have different parallels here. Press proof, so that's a exclusive to the blasters, which is awesome. So the prices of graded cards, that's what we're seeing. I will say most trade shows I go to, the Prism PSA 10s remain in the case a lot more frequent than the Donruss do. Donruss are cheaper, but people just still want the cards, which is great. Now, besides that, why else did it make the cut? Okay, so we'll talk about all the other reasons, especially the ones I already mentioned, more throughout the video. But I kind of want to get to the biggest one, which is the price of the box compared to the contents inside the box. These blasters retail are anywhere, a blaster product retail, it's anywhere between $25 and $35 typically. Now, that's if you could find them, okay? Sometimes it's very difficult to do. So, let's just round up and say 35. I haven't seen a blaster cost more than 35 retail. That's actually not true. As I'm talking about that, there's parts of the country where their retail is like 40. There is. As I'm literally saying that, there is. So let's say 35. For argument's sake, say 35 per blaster. Okay. Here's more fancy, which is pretty cool. Power foremost, nothing crazy, but just a cool looking card. For $35, you're gonna get 88 football cards. I say this a lot because I have a lot of parents, a lot of people getting back into the hobby that just want football cards. They don't care about getting the big time case hit, the big time one of one. They just want football cards. for 88 cards for only 35 bucks. That's a big deal to some people compared to paying the same 35 for 24 cards. We just did a video earlier in the week of a couple products that are out. Donruss Elite, Prestige was 66, Donruss Elite was 24. Same price. So here's a product, you're gonna get 88 football cards. That is very important for, I'm sorry, a large amount of people out there. Whether you like it or not, it is. So that's why when I did this, which product, I took every bit of information that I hear from card shows, people at card shows, asking, literally, the holidays are over for some people, right? Depending on which exact holiday you celebrate. Pretty much goes into a new year though. So every trade show leading up to pretty much Christmas, even Thanksgiving too, I will say that, even Thanksgiving, people at the tables were looking for, literally the first question people would ask for was, how many cards are in that box? How many cards are in that box? Not what was in it, autos, relics, how many cards? That was the number one thing I heard. Now, most would go, oh, go the mega box then, right? Let me get some good profits here, right? Let me go mega box. No. Look at the blasters. 88 cards is huge for someone that is just buying this as a gift, right? And listen, the one thing I made a promise with all my viewers, subscribers, is to be straight up with everyone. No BS! Respectively. Have a good time with it and just be honest with people. This is what I see. So Donruss is huge because it does meet people's needs when it gets to holiday time, when it gets to just straight up football cards. I love it. So what else could you get? So that's just the pure by numbers, right? So out of the top 5, Prism, Optic, Select, Mosaic, and Donruss has the most cards per blaster. So if that's the only thing you care about, Donruss is your go-to. It just is. Donruss is your go-to. 100% it is. So if you're only worried about graded cards now, Donruss is your top 3 pick. Out of the top 5, Prism will be 1. Optic should be 2. Very nice card right here though. As we just pause to appreciate a wonderful card here. Davis Mills Gridiron. Kings right there. That's a stunning card. Portrait right there. These cards will be textured also, as I kind of do a little bit of a tangent here just to appreciate and sleeve and load up the cards right here. Very nice. I'll take that. Love Davis Mills. All right, here we go. So graded cards. Prism will be 1. Optic will be 2. Donruss will be 3. So just the overall, the grading system here that we're doing, Donruss is still top 3 out of the top 5. Pretty good. Now, some people will also ask, well, you know what? I want a case hit. Only want case hits. Okay, that's fair. That's like really fair. Case hits are typically, if you don't know what a case hit is, no big deal. I'll let you know. Come on, Tom Brady. Very nice Tom Brady card. And a very nice Trey Lance. Going back to the graded cards, Mac Jones, when this product first came out, his Donruss PSA 10, there was some shield building going on one of the products, actually 2 of the bits. Mac Jones, when this first hit, because he was supposed to be the next Brady when the season first started, his PSA 10 cards were through the roof. Through the roof. Donruss, because they're the first big product to drop out of the top 5. They just are. So like, this is nuts. This is great. This is something that like I would consider to grade, even though it's Donruss. You still get them a grade. PSA prices are super cheap right now. But it's okay because everyone coming to your table isn't gonna be a millionaire if you're trying to sell. Even if you're trying to sell on eBay or any online account, you gotta have a little bit of everything. Donruss, good brand. The artwork's sick on it. Once again, go ahead and check eBay. Look up prices. PSA 10, Donruss, Optic, and Prism base are the cards to go for. So people that are going after the case hits, I only want case hits. That means you're not going Prism. You're not going Prism at all. Prism retail, there's no case hits. None. So like, you're number 1 overall, gone. See you later, goodbye. Optic, yes, has downtown, Optic downtown. Select has their animal prints. Ooh, what we got here? Let's pause for a second. Very, very nice. Rookie Phenoms here. Javonte Williams. I'm actually going to keep that out because I have something to say about this. It's pretty cool. Brings up to my later point. Mosaic has a ton of different case hits. But Donruss, guess what Donruss has? Downtown. There's two different types of downtown. There's Donruss downtown, and then there's Optic downtown. It's still good. It's a case hit. Still a couple $100 card, especially if you hit the big player. So Donruss also has a huge case hit potential. Some will argue that a downtown from Donruss is actually better than a Mosaic from a Genesis, from Mosaic. It's interesting. I would think an animal print from Select would be better than the downtown. Not Optic downtown. I would think Optic downtown would be probably the best. And then probably Select. But listen, you can argue big time. You can argue big time that a regular Donruss downtown is better than a Mosaic. You could probably make that argument. But once again, out of the top 5, it's what? 3, 4? 3, 4 at the worst? 4 at the worst? Overall ratings, pretty good. Now, before I go any further though, we'll keep going. They're not gonna be 2 relics in a blaster. Autos, relics. Once again, people ask, people want. All right, when you're doing box breaks, right? When you're ripping open product, everyone wants a good relic or a good auto, right? Now, over the years, relic, like when I was growing up, relics were real cool. Actually pretty cool to get a relic, in my opinion. Now it's kind of like, there could be a napkin card. You don't really, some aren't really game worn, so you don't really know like where they actually came from. The cards that are game worn are like really cool, right? The autos, there could be sticker autos compared to on card autos. So like, whatever, that does matter to some people. Go look at Prism, right? Prism, some products, now these are the blasters, but some products had neither. Had neither. It was just the base. It was just the parallels. Now, you go watch some of my Prism videos. I always say, listen, Prism's top tier brand. It doesn't need fancy. And you're right, it doesn't. Well, I'm looking overall. If I had $35 and someone said you could pick one blaster, any blaster you want, go ahead, that was retail price, it'd be this. It would be this. For the next thing I'm about to mention. There's case hits, there's autos, there's relics. We got a relic here, Javonte Williams. From these blasters, from these $35 blasters, ladies and gentlemen, you can hit what's called the 1 of 1. But not just any 1 of 1. Okay, do you focus for me for a little bit? That's probably the best thing I could do right there. Right there. NFL Shield, laundry tags, logos. Unbelievable. You can pull a 1 of 1 NFL Shield from a $35 blaster. A lot of products have low numbers, number to 25, 50, gold 10s, 5s. Some have, the black parallel 1 of 1s. NFL Shield, yeah, that's next level. That's typically like hobby only. Now, the chances of you getting them are probably like super low. Super low. But the fact that you could hit one, give me the chance. Very, very nice. Out of this world, Justin Herbert, very, very cool card. I'm pretty sure he's actually short printed. So, fantastic. We'll take that. Now, top 5. Some of the other top tiers do have numbered cards, okay? But most of them are just 1 of 1s. I have seen one of the Optic Mega Boxes. I don't think both of them. I think just one. Do have shields in it, shield potential. They do. But most don't even have numbered cards. Once again, your top tier Prism, yeah, no numbered cards at all. When you're up in Prism, you need the base cards and you need the parallels. That's literally it. Now, That is probably the overall, every category that you would look for, right? When you're ripping products open, you want the parallels. Okay, cool. You want parallels, you want decent base cards. If the base cards are good, the floor is higher, right? And then after that, cool. Is there autos? Is there memorabilia? Is there one-of-one opportunities? What are we looking like here, right? Donruss has it all. Donruss has it all. It's one thing that I know, like just talking with people in the community, people that also collect cards, even across the country, people that do stuff that I talk to. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Prism is here, but has no numbered card, but there's no case hit. That's what I hear. No one's saying that about Donruss. No one's saying that about Donruss. So that is why we have selected it as the product of the year. Now, I can't wait for next year's product to come out, Donruss. I actually believe now, don't quote me on this, because I do not work for Panini or any production company that knows about the cards of release dates. I actually believe Mosaic 2022 is coming out soon. I do believe that. If that is the case, technically Mosaic would drop before Donruss. I'm pretty confident Donruss typically drops before Mosaic. So we'll see what happens there. But either way, if Mosaic drops first, the base cards are not going to be anything crazy. They're just not. You're going to need the case hit. You are. Or you're going to need a real low numbered card, which is, I'm sorry, everybody, extremely difficult to do. That's why I remember I had a buddy when I first got into, I always liked sport cards. I always collected guys who I liked. I didn't really do too much ripping. I just would buy the players I liked. Got into Pokemon, always into Pokemon, I should say. When I came here to YouTube, I figured, you know what? Let's do some reviews. Very nice card, very stunning card. Let's do some reviews for sport cards, and I'll never forget the one thing that my buddy always said, and it's right. The base cards for a product really will determine if the product is good or not. So every time I get a base rated rookie card, depending on where the floor is, will really determine how much of it you should get, right? Absolute right now is out right now. This is a great example. Absolute football is out right now. Your chance to get a kaboom card or the new explosive case hit. But if you don't get one of those two cards, it's a bust. It is. I personally ripped open a case myself. We've done multiple reviews here. We've had product for Rip and Ship Night from different restocks. Every single time we ripped something open and it wasn't a case hit, it was kind of like, well, that was fun. Next! Because the base cards, the base rated rookies, weren't valuable. They just weren't. They just weren't. So, let us know. I have this pack, one more pack here, and then we have one more blaster, and that will be it for today's video. I wanted to do this last year, simply just didn't have the chance to do it. But this year, I made it a point to really come in and do a product of the year. I'm super excited to do this. This is something that's like typically always in one of the studios here on the compound, like one of them. There's a blaster hanging out somewhere. And if I'm down to my last one, typically I order more. For that chance to hit a one of one NFL Shield. I never hit it before. The only one of one we ever hit was actually a very, very nice, sick, was a NBA one of one, but that's a sick card. So think about that. You have 88 cards per blaster, right? And I believe you could probably get these in the secondary market close to retail. Truthfully, close to retail. So let's just say it's like $40 a blaster they actually come out to do. You have 88 cards to get something, like something. I don't know, everyone. I ripped open a lot of product over our time here. Even last year we got the brand new Absolute was out. And that's just hot. It's hot in my mind right now. Last year we ripped open a hobby box. It was about $500 for the hobby box. barely any cards in it, right? It's typical to most hobby boxes. And then this year, I said, you know what? I'd rather get a case of blasters retail for about the same price, 500, and see the difference. I'll tell you this much: the hobby box was a bust hobby box, and the blasters, even though I didn't get a kaboom, you were guaranteed a case hit because it's a full case. You got autos, you got relics, and it was a fun time because you got cards. You actually got product. So there's something to say about if you're getting like 88 cards per blaster, at least you have it. Like I have a stack of cards here, and it's cool to see the players. I mean, every little detail that goes in my head every single time I see a person, like what did Rogers do this week? You know, like just seeing it. Now with this set here, you guys will notice with the mask on, so that's going to be exclusive to this year. Just with COVID, that's what they decided to do with some of the artwork. They decided to go that route. Red press proof, cool. I believe we did, I'm trying to think, our last trade show, we had a Davis Mills press proof gold from Donruss. Sell at a decent price. Telling you, I don't come home with Donruss products. I don't. They just fly. Another reason, you see, when you get into the trading world, right? Look up a local card shop in your area, or a show event, I should say, a card show in your area. See what's at the tables. Go meet people. See what's moving. Ask vendors. A lot of people are very honest people at these card shows. They'll tell you straight up. That's another thing that when I'm doing these reviews here, it's just interesting. It has a lot of different, I don't know, points of view that I'm coming at here. Very, very cool card. I do like the Rooks. He's an Eagle now, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure Trey's now an Eagle. Couple more packs to go here, but this won't be the last of Donruss 2021 anyway, that I'll be ripping open. I actually had, I know we had 4 left from this batch, so I saved 3 for today, and then I'm actually saving 1 for Friday nights, so you're watching this on Thursday. So tomorrow night, live on our YouTube channel right here, we do what's called Rip and Ship Night, which is awesome. All products are on our website, JReuthGaming.com. All the shipping fees, handling fees, everything's included in one price. Once you get a product, we rip it open live during our live stream Friday nights for Rip and Ship Night, and we ship the cards right out to you. So typically, you'll see me ripping open a PC product. So my 4th blaster of this batch, I'll actually rip open live that night. That's what I'm talking about. We pulled this, when this first came out, I was yelling, jumping up and down. Still excited. Still a good card. Still a good card for sure. Mac Jones. I'm still big on Mac Jones. I really don't care what anyone else says. I think he's a stud. I think he's going to do it too. Just take some time. That's all. Just take some time. So, what do you guys think though? Comment below. Do you agree with my assessment? Were you rolling your eyes when you first seen Donruss, and does it make a little more sense? Does it make a little more sense now after I explain my reasonings anyway? Do you have different reasons? How do you grade your stuff? Let me know. So one thing we're big on here at JReuthGaming is I love to hear from you. I love talking to you guys, love hanging out with you guys. Why we do live videos every Friday. That's why for phase 2 in the channel, we are actually going and doing more gaming, which is gonna be awesome. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys are subscribed up in the notification bell. Those videos are gonna be a lot of fun, and just more hanging out with people, which is what we're all about here. Pretty cool press proof. This is gonna be a little bit of a canvas. You kind of see there's a little bit of texture there. Cool card for sure. A little bit of a different back too. It's actually called Portrait, technically by rights. First time hitting that today. There's just a lot of cool stuff you get from Donruss. There's a lot of cool stuff. The floor is high. There's really, truthfully, every time I've ripped Donruss, there's never like a, boy, that was rough. Like that was a rough experience. Just a cool product. There's multiple times where I ripped open Prism, Select, especially Select. Select and Mosaic are rough. just because the base cards, you know, you can get Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Fields, all the hot guys right now. I threw a Mac Jones in there. Yes, I did. As a base select, and it's like, boy, that's really nothing. Base mosaic, that's really nothing. You need the parallels, which is tough. Get the base here, though. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's like in my head, it's like, cool. You need one card. So here it is. Threads, it's going to be a relic. There's no 1 of 1, but like this had the potential to be a 1 of 1. And like you pull an NFL shield there. Oh boy, just sign me up. Sign me up. I'm ripping this stuff every single time. So I'm excited for the 2022 product to come out. Listen, I hope it's just close to what this product this year is. I hope it is. Hope we don't get a watered down version, I guess you can say. I hope we don't. Hopefully just I'll take a copy and paste. I really would. Give me a chance for a downtown case hit. Give me a chance for an NFL shield, 1 of 1. I'll take the autos, I'll take the mems, I'll take the base rookie cards being valuable. What more can you ask in a set? And there's 88 cards here. Listen, don't listen to anyone on YouTube though. Make sure you make your own opinions. Collect who you want. The hashtag for the industry, as always, who do you collect? And as always, everyone, enjoy yourself. Have a great time. That's one thing I learned from this entire year here. Just have a good time. Do what makes you happy. Have fun with it. These are just some of the parallels that we've pulled that I just kind of wanted to keep separate for reasons I don't really know. We'll actually throw Zach Wilson. I'm a believer in Zach. Just having a couple rough weeks. He might have lost the locker room a little bit here and there, but he's gonna be okay, I hope. Some other cards we got there. But all right, everyone. Happy holidays. Don't forget, we will be live tomorrow night for Rip and Ship night. JReuthGaming.com. All our products are actually discounted for this week. Actually, they're discounted for the rest of the year. What am I saying? Thanks for watching. Let us know below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Am I crazy? Well, wait. Everyone knows I'm crazy, but is my evaluation crazy? Let me know what you think. Appreciate your support as always. Have a great night, and we'll see you around. Take care.